laugh. There you go. And the thing that made me laugh was right before we came on air, Ryan read, "Make Frank laugh for real," and then Brian just went like this. He just gave me a funny look, so I laughed. So now it's just Ryan being Ryan. Welcome to Punchlines, ladies and gentlemen. It's T-minus 2 days until the NFL draft and T-minus 1 day until a special birthday. And who is it? Do we know? We're not sure who it is. Not sure.
My birthday.
Oh, it's your birthday tomorrow?
Oh, no. Mine's next week. I thought you were talking about me.
I don't know. Someone's tomorrow.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm Frank Nicotero, lifetime, what? I'm Frank Nicotero, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan, and today's show hopefully will keep you on balance and feeling great and not off balance and looking bad like this gentleman in the Pirates-Brewers game yesterday.
Up on that bat.
Brice Turang. Yeah, down goes Turang.
Look at this.
Jones throwing absolute filth. Here's the replay. He thought it was going to be a fastball up high.
Oh my God.
Comes at his ankles.
You got to gear up for 100 miles an hour, and there's that slider.
And this now, that's pretty humiliating, right? I mean, how could we possibly humiliate Brice Turang more? Animation. Show the animation. This is so now they show it's more for the pitch and location, but the genius is also they animated the player. That's hysterical. Apparently it was a night game, but it really wasn't. I don't know what it looked like a Wrigley Field back. It looked like a night game at Wrigley in the background. But anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. We appreciate you watching. Everybody in the live chat room, please share the show and subscribe. We hit 1,500. We want to keep rocking, get to 2,000. Speaking of last night and Jared Jones, who we just saw make him look a fool. I had Jared Jones over 6.5 strikeouts. I took it. He had 7. And on the show, I gave out the Pirates minus 140 at home to break their losing streak against the first-place Brewers, who you pointed out were 10-2 on the road. I said, Nope, Jared Jones is the man. Luckily for me also, I took a Jared Jones future as Rookie of the Year. $10 pays, I checked, $320. Be a nice little hit.
Yeah.
Right now, I'd have to say he's probably one of the leading candidates, if not the leading candidate. He's got 2 wins and 46 strikeouts, something ridiculous. And Paul Skeens is on his way. Oh, don't worry, I have that too. But you did well last night too. You had an upset on the road.
Yeah. The only team to win on the road in Game 1s of the NBA and NHL playoffs, the Vegas Golden Knights, went into Dallas, scored 2 goals. It was 3 goals. 3 goals in the first period.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was 3-2 in the first.
I also said I liked the under 5.5, and we got 5
right.
in the first period, so that was nice. But then they got an extra. And then
it was 4-3 final, right?
Yeah.
Now,
to make it 4-3.
where did you watch the game? Now, the playoff games you can see. There's no blackouts, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I know I talked about this. I have a Fire Stick. No, I have my cable box from LA. So channel 34.
What's a cable box?
It's not. It's okay. Let me. Yeah, that sounded really old. It's a DirecTV stream client.
Yeah.
They call them clients. You remember the clunky boxes, Ann? Anyway, so I have that, and it still said, yeah. Or the one that had the 3 brand. You press a button, and it was the 3 bands. Anyway, that's really old. So I have a DirecTV stream that I've transferred, and they still think I live in LA, so I still get the local LA channels. But channel 34, I always get the Golden Knights games, even when they're supposedly blacked out. I get them.
That's good for you.
Yeah.
At least during the regular season. Yeah. But
Drew Dog was so fascinated,
playoffs,
he coughed, and it filled the dead air right there.
They
Thank you,
eliminated
Drew.
the blackouts.
At least it wasn't totally silent in here for when I said that to Ryan, and he just went, yeah, good for you. What you get?
The rest of us can't out here.
I know, but so maybe you could come over, bring some wings.
Yeah. Well, next season.
There you go. Bring Aubrey. The dogs can watch Aubrey.
Yeah.
They're very good.
Yeah.
And we'll do it. Next season, it's a date. Ryan and I watching hockey. Behind the plexiglass for our viewers' protection, it's our producer, Ryan McCormick. Ryan, what's shaking today?
Water.
You got some water?
Yeah, I know.
Guys, that's your little thing. You do that at the end of every show. You show a little self by water.
Well, cheers to our viewers.
Cheers. Thanks for watching, everybody. We like that. Also on today's program, from the Red Rock Casino, where I was last Saturday for the first time with Jeff Parles and our respective ladies, after the Aviators game. That sound weird that way, our respective ladies?
Yep.
And making his return to the show to talk about NFL prop bets on the draft, which Ryan and I are very excited about. I love the draft. I am one of those draft freaks. I click on every draft. I don't like when Mel Kiper comes out with his board. top 25. I don't want to know the top 25, but I want to know who each team's taking.
Right.
Okay, I'll look at that afterwards and be like, oh, God, the Steelers at 20 got the number 7 guy. I like that.
Yeah.
It's all noise to me right now. He is the director of hub operations at Red Rock Hotel and Casinos for Stations Casinos. And like Ryan, Chicago sports fan, Chuck Esposito will be here.
Yeah,
Yay,
Chuck.
Chuck.
Yeah, Espo. Maybe we do an Espo for him. Kaluch. The Kaluch one just fits so much. Okay. Can we dim the lights for April 23rd? Can we? No? Okay. It's April 23rd, Ryan.
Yep.
It's a big day. April 23rd, 2024, and it's National Talk Like Shakespeare Day. I would welcome you now, Ryan, to talk like Shakespeare if you'd like. Do you have any Shakespeare talk?
Paul says, "Thou can't cheers water," but
It's bad luck.
isn't it to cheers
To
glass
toast.
empty?
Yeah, I guess so. That's probably true. All right, I'm going to do, in honor of talking like Shakespeare Day, ladies and gentlemen, if we could lower the lights for me. Perfect. It's perfect for my soliloquy. Speak, speak, thou noble and wise personage. Speak to thy fellows in tongues rich with color and passion. Use not thy quiet voice today, whispering in the shadows like some fool painting numbers on a wall. Instead, let thy pathos ring loud and true. Shower those thou lovest with words like rose petals, and prick the skin of thy enemies with jibes like barbs on a legionnaire's spear. Flowers are coming in, ladies. Oh, thank you very much. Thou more flowers, thank you. Thou Stoth Toth. Drew Dog, get in here. So Andrew Drew Dog.
Who's got a tomato?
What's that?
I said, who has a tomato?
Who has a tomato? You don't throw tomatoes after Shakespeare. That's after my stand-up. Andrew, your very proud mother, Ann, who's the director of our show, wanted to let us know that we have some photos of you doing Shakespeare. Is that correct?
Yes, that is me. This is about the highlight of.
No, wait, which one's you?
I'm in the center.
Okay, you are? Oh, you're the star of the show.
Oh, I looked at what my character's name was and then I just forgot it. But like 5 minutes ago. I started with a T and it was something really.
Tiberius. Thou Stoth.
Yeah.
I forgot it too.
Okay. To Romeo.
I was really upset about that because there was like for my whatever like Shakespeare group my school had, they had like the regular one where they talked in like modern day English, and then obviously I was dressed like a 1600s.
Do you remember any of the lines or any words of Shakespeare?
No, but I was rewatching the videos and I was really getting all that old English. Like
thou doth protest, thou take thou under 4.5 run line. That's how I equated to gambling. The Milwaukee Brewers shall be perished. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for throwing the flowers.
His name is Tranio.
What's that?
Tranio. Oh, yes.
Oh, who doesn't know
I
that?
was that kid on the right. I was his servant, and that kid was really rude to me, like all throughout elementary school. So I was really pissed about that. And then I'm just like some 9-year-old talking in old English, and all the parents can't understand what I'm saying.
Are you wearing a hat, or do you have Justin Timberlake's hair from NSYNC? I can't tell.
That was a really itchy hat.
Okay.
Probably worn by like 100 other elementary school kids.
Well, there you go. Me and Drew are going to take a bow for our Shakespeare performances. Thank you. Good job. You can leave the flowers. And that's a nice little touch. Chuck Esposito will be like, what the hell kind of show are you guys doing over there today? There you go. Ladies and gentlemen. So Tommy Green, he was the fool. Yeah, the fool. Oh, yeah. Well, that was they show all the Knights game locally on Channel 34. That's what Keith's saying. Do you know that, Ryan? You do get the games on Channel.
You said it was on Channel 34.
No, Keith Lyle is agreeing with me.
Channel 34.
It's like a cable channel. I just show. I sometimes I'm rolling around 34. Boom! I got the Knights games. I don't know. Maybe Keith's hacking into my stuff. I don't know.
I wouldn't put it past him.
He seems like a shady guy that would do that, doesn't he? He does. I watched the games on UHF. Paul said, Dylan Cease, Cy Young favorite.
He's been pitching really well.
That was a good trade. Frank was right about the Pirates pitcher. Got you 1,500 as requested. Yes, you did, Keith. Someone tell Frank a joke so the show starts without a fake laugh. It's not a fake laugh. I was really laughing.
Cease's line yesterday in Colorado was the first ever in Colorado. So he was the first pitcher to pitch 7 innings, allow 1 hit, 1 run, no walks.
Yeah.
At Coors Field. Ever.
Ever?
Ever.
Well, Hideki Nomo threw a no-hitter there.
That's what the stat said.
Oh, maybe that's because he only went 7.
Did he walk anybody? Do you remember?
I don't know, but he threw a no-hitter. That seems like a better game than what Cease threw. But yeah, I mean, they break down stats so silly, which we love. So, that was a great trade. I mean, I would have loved for Pirates to. I mean, this is just the White Sox are just waving the white flag. They're done. We'll get to the White Sox later, I believe. Today is also National Take a Chance Day. Jeez, that's kind of a morbid take a chance. It's like, I think I can make that. I think I can parkour that. It's to stir up that inner risk taker, that boundary crosser, that line pusher. It's an ideal opportunity to live on the edge. Go wild and find out what else is out there in the world that is just waiting to be discovered. So today on National Take a Chance Day, take a chance, take a chance. Can we sing that, or will we get in trouble for singing ABBA? Take a chance. I'm going to bet an under today, ladies and gentlemen. I will be giving that out with our picks at 12:36 later on in the show. So I'm going to give out an under. Very rare. So I'm going to take a chance on an under. It's episode 138, and we've been looking back 100 shows ago periodically, and today we dip back to December 1st when comedian Craig Shoemaker was in studio, and I explained to him the beauty of the Grand Salami I was betting on. Now, this was not a hockey Grand Salami, which we talk about all the time here at the South Point. It's usually the Grand Salami is the combined goals for every NHL game in a night. Usually it's around, averages about 6 a game, so 6 games is probably going to be about 36.5, 37, maybe 35.
Yep.
But Chris Andrews had on the board here at the South Point Casino. He had one for college football, and the number was rather large. Here we go. 100 shows ago, December 1st, Craig Shoemaker talking about the football. The Grand Salami, Craig, is the combined goals of every game in hockey at night. So we did a special one here at the South Point. This is the South Point. This is our college football props for Saturday only. And the combined Grand Salami total is 407.5. So 407.5 points.
Anything I say, go opposite, you will be a multimillionaire.
What would you do on 407.5? 407.5 points.
I would go over.
Ladies and gentlemen, roll the clip of what I did this morning at the sports book. This is me, known as Mr. Over. Here we go. The Grand Salami for college football Saturday. It's 407.5. So I would like to bet the over on line 91. I have $14, ladies. $14, ladies and gentlemen. $14 on the over, please. I've crushed the numbers. And $12.70 around. I'll collect $26. So then Chris Andrews, the head of the sports book, comes in. Big winner.
Okay. What did he bet?
I bet the over.
You bet over what?
I bet an over 407.5.
All right. Let's go to 405.
He dropped it down to 405. My money moved the line. $14 moved the line. South Point Casino. So there you go. I got a ticket right here, Craig.
See, I said over, so
over.
You're not going to win. I hate to tell you.
Yes, and Ryan's already shaking his head. It did not hit. It was way under. It looked good. I remember doing math all day. I kept looking, and I would keep a running tally on the sheet. There were 2 games left, and I want to say it was about at around 3. If I remember correctly, it was around 350. I'm like 2 games left. One of the games, I believe, involved Iowa.
Yeah.
And then it was a Louisville game, which I expected fireworks from, and that went under 2. So it finished like under 400 even, I think. So it's kind of a fitting clip on National Take a Chance Day where I said I'm going to take an under. We saw me lose an over, therefore thou doth protest. And I will take an under. There you go. It's April 23rd. We talked about that. Fascinating little bit of trivia here. The first ever video loaded up to this great network that we love, YouTube, was first shown. Now, I did a little research on this. Javed, it's Jawed. That's his last name. Turns out that's one of the creators and founders of YouTube. He made the first video ever uploaded, and it's called Me at the Zoo. So there he is. In front of the elephants, Me at the Zoo. And I think it's currently at 300 or 400 million views.
It's at like 317 million views. Yeah, the guy's got 4.6 million subscribers.
Subscribers.
So get us up there.
Okay, buddy. Hey, we throw you a little bone. How about like 10%? We'll take 10%. We'll take 400,000 viewers. He is one of the founders. I dove into it, and he's kind of disappeared. He's kind of vanished. Do you blame the guy if he got some YouTube money coming in? I'm gone. Once the YouTube money comes in, once we get the profit sharing.
You got a long way to go for that.
But anyway, the first YouTube video 19 years ago today, it was funny. I saw that on the daily newsletter I read, and then I was driving in listening to Sirius Radio, and one of the DJs talked about it as well. So Very, very, very popular thing to be talking about today, but kind of fascinating. It feels like YouTube's been around forever now, but it's only 19 years. The first one I remember ever seeing was The History of Dance, where that guy did all the dances. Remember that one? And do you remember that one? All right, look up History of Dance, someone. You'll see. It was obviously like at a college because the crowd's going nuts. It's just a portly, bald guy, and he does like dances in the 60s, 70s. He does them all. It was like a big bit. That was the first video I remember sharing from YouTube.
Do you know what today also is? What birthday today is?
No, I do not.
It is Wrigley Field's 110th birthday.
Is that right? How about that? Wrigley Field. Happy birthday, Wrigley Field. Are they playing? Are the Cubs there today?
Yeah, they're playing the Astros.
Ooh, the hated Astros.
Which used to be a division rivalry. The Stros
minus
are
120 on the road.
Yeah, well, here it's minus 110.
Okay. What? Oh, okay. All right. We're gonna all right. Here's the thing. Why would I put those on to throw to a break? I was looking at Ann. I didn't understand. We're going to take a 2-minute break. Might not even be that long. Who knows? Chuck Esposito is on the other side of this break. Thou doth come back, return, thou kingdom.
Once you've satisfied your hunger, get ready for more of the hottest casino games in Vegas. Our 24-hour, 30-table non-smoking poker room proudly hosts all the most popular poker games with a variety of betting limits. Visit the poker room for a schedule of daily tournaments. Whether you're going to hold 'em or fold 'em, the best place for poker is at South Point Casino. You'll notice that our craps tables are usually the loudest in the casino. If you've never played, join one of our free craps lessons to find out what makes this game so exciting. Check with the craps dealer for schedules and give it a roll. Bingo is also an exciting way to spend your time. We offer 7 sessions of bingo every day. And each session includes a cash ball jackpot, 12 bingo games, a progressive double action game, and a $10,000 bonus coverall. Electronic units are available. If you haven't played bingo with us, give it a try today. Guests can also get in on the action at our one-of-a-kind race and sports books. 2 separate rooms designed to maximize your experience and comfort. Our sports book, with over 400 seats, puts you right in the middle of the action, 24 hours a day. The friendly ticket writers are happy to help, and it's conveniently located next to the famous Del Mar Deli, where you'll find supersized portions of delicious deli items like roast beef, pastrami, and Reuben sandwiches, or soups, salads, and pizza. Plus spectacular desserts fit for a king. And right next door is the race book. Over 150 seats, each with its own TV screen. There are 16 interactive player terminals, so you can bet right from your seat.
And we're back in the studio, ladies and gentlemen. 12:36 coming up in about 18 minutes. If you have a pick that you like, I know Tommy Green will probably chime in. He went on Vegas yesterday. Let's see here. Oh, let's check in with I just saw 4 words, drinking out of cups. You're familiar with drinking out of cups. The little, oh, my God. Caden, do you know drinking out of cups? Kid over there in the background, the lizard thing? Paul, these kids today, I know you're shaking your head as well. The funniest YouTube clip of all time.
Definitely haven't seen that one.
Oh, we're going to watch it after the show together. If you've never seen Drinking Out of Cups, you will become obsessed with it, and you will watch it with your friends on repeat today alone 100 times. And don't you dare watch it right now while we're doing the show. Yeah. It's up there with bacon. What kind of bacon? Maple kind?
The maple kind.
Good pull there, Paul. Good afternoon, Joey B to you. Joey B says, McCormick, lots of NHL right now. Knights and Avalanche on a crash course. My Avs have a must-win game tonight. What do you think about that? They're on a crash. Because we'll do the nightlights. We're going to a new little segment here. I imagine, Ann, a little, the graphic is like, little plug-in nightlights, and it's like me and Ryan each on like a little nightlight, and it's like punchline nightlights. So I'll put that next to my clock one, which is coming up in 17 minutes. But anyway, we're going to talk about last night's stuff here. Unfortunately, the Chuck Esposito interview, we have a little technical issue. So it's just going to be Ryan and I filling the show, which we love. So let's do it. So let's talk about what Joey B said about Knights and Avalanche, maybe on a collision course.
Yeah, so as long as the Knights win that series and the Avalanche win their series, which the Avalanche will need to rebound from losing game one.
They lost to Toronto? No, Boston
Winnipeg.
lost. Oh, Winnipeg. Okay, that's right.
Yeah, so they lost 7-6 to Winnipeg, which was a really entertaining game.
Oh, that was on in the background. I was watching some of that. Yeah,
that was Sunday, I believe.
Yeah.
So
that was when the Jets scored 7 that we grilled Jeff about the Jets.
I was really kind of expecting Winnipeg to have better goaltending. So that not to be such a high scoring game.
You don't see 13 goals in a playoff game usually.
So I think it'll come back down to earth a little bit since we're getting to where it's an actual series and teams are getting really familiar with each other. So probably won't be that electric. But I think it matches up better for the Knights to play Colorado than Winnipeg.
Well, that would be it. Then you and Joey B have to make some sort of bet.
Yeah.
I like it. Joey B, as we know, is located in Colorado, big Colorado State guy. And every time we say his name, we have to go ahead and say he won the ESPN bracket here, the tournament challenge.
Yeah, I may be a little afraid to bet him.
He's on fire. And Keith Lyle points out 110 years of Wrigley Field, 1 World Series championship. Ouch.
This is true.
Too soon. I was looking at a thing. It was about the worst contracts in baseball history currently. We all know Anthony Rendon is just brutal.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Chris Bryant, 7 years. I didn't realize it was $182 million with the Rockies.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he took his money and ran.
Oh, $182 million. Colorado can't get pitch income. So they have to overspend for players to come there. I really believe that. And $182 million for Chris Bryant, who looks old.
Honestly, Jed Hoyer is looking pretty good right now, being the fact that he let Chris Bryant walk, Anthony Rizzo, traded Anthony Rizzo go.
Rizzo's
away.
Okay, but yeah.
He let Wilson Contreras walk, and he let Javier Baez walk. And four
another guy that's fallen off the ledge.
Cornerstone pieces of that World Series run.
Yeah.
The only move that maybe you could have kept the guy around is Kyle Schwarber, and he's either a feast or famine.
Yeah, he's beer league softball, but yeah, he wins. But still, the fact the Phillies bat him leadoff is hysterical. Javi Baez, just another guy, just completely got the money done.
Yeah.
So yeah, Cubs not bad. So anyway, last night, as we pointed out, we both hit our bets. And there was a lot of excitement last night. And the NBA is 11-0, right?
Yeah, home teams are 11-0 so far in the NBA.
Now,
playoffs.
it really, and this pains me, and I know Reno Paul's not going to want to hear this, but it should be 10-1. The Lakers.
It could be 9-2.
Well, that's true because
the Sixers.
Okay.
So
we're gonna take a look at this. First of all, the Lakers were up by 20 points. I remember I was watching the game. I was checking scores. I was running around doing stuff. Looked in, up by 20. Then I check back. I'm like, what's going on? And then the Murray jumper. So we have some nightlights here. We have some clips here.
So it'll be 9. 9 first.
9. Thou doth Paul chess play 9.
So yeah, fan footage of Jamal.
The fan footage.
Yeah, game winner. And then it goes. Anthony Davis is who Jamal hit the shot over, and so it'll go into his post-game press conference.
Yeah,
how he
fell
ends
into the
it.
bench.
Well, so somebody asked him a question. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, okay.
But here,
I didn't see this.
Jamal Murray made a shot.
That's it?
That was it. Jamal Murray made a shot.
And Davis was on him.
Yeah.
Davis is 7+.
Yeah.
And he could. Jamal Murray's a great player. I get it.
Yeah.
But I think switch, and you see Davis. You're like, well, you can't shoot over him. And he did. That was a jump too, Murray. I've seen the still where he's back and he hit it.
Yeah.
You're like,
Great
that's
picture.
not going in.
Yeah.
By the way, the net didn't even move on that shot. It almost looked like a miss because the ball went in and just straight down. Kind of had that gooseneck, kind of like the way I shoot on the court. Nerf hoops.
Well, so I was telling you earlier. I don't know if you saw it, but Jokic's brothers.
No, I didn't see this. I didn't want to see it until you showed me.
And so after the game, I don't know what caused this interaction.
Some LA fans, maybe?
It doesn't look like it. It looks like the guy's just wearing a blue shirt. Could be a Nuggets fan, but something must have been said that one of the brothers punches the other guy in the face.
So, okay, well, we'll talk about this. Okay, so that's him in the blue shorts there? Oh. So he's never going to be able to see another playoff game.
Yeah, I don't know. But I was kind of shocked that the guy
didn't fall over.
Yeah, took it really well.
The guy looked smaller too, and downhill.
Yeah. Yeah. Sign that guy up for you.
I mean, what's the reaction afterwards legally, or as the Nuggets come out with a statement?
No, I haven't seen anything more than the video.
By the way, why are his brothers in crappy seats like that? Why aren't they Why aren't they courtside or in a box? There's no reason to be on the second level like that.
Well, I think those are the ticket that like family seating is kind of up in the
right.
In the
Great family
sections.
section there. They will not be at a Denver Nuggets game the rest of the year. There's no way. Maybe the guy who didn't throw the punch. I don't know, but
no, that was.
Talk about. You know who's very disappointed is Gru.
Very weird interaction.
Jokic's dressed as Gru. Yeah. They're trying to promote Minions and Despicable Me 4. Nice kids movie. Here's his brothers punching guys. Yeah. And the guy who got punched,
Minion.
A Minion. The guy who got punched is a Minion. And also, congratulations to him. Denver tickets for life. There you go. He's got Nugget season tickets for taking a hit. I mean, is it worth it? Possibly. That's brutal. Now, the other game you mentioned, yes, it could be 9-2 home teams because I thought the Sixers had it locked up.
Yeah.
Frank Murgy, who is a friend of mine, not sure if he's watching, his one future he plays to win the NBA title was the Sixers. Very long odds to like the Sixers. Where on the other side of that, two-way action, I believe it's called. Is that what Vinny likes?
Two-way action.
Two-way action. Jeff Parles took the Knicks on the series price, so it's going to go 6-7. He loves the Knicks. Looked like the Sixers are going to win.
Those two games have honestly been the closest.
Yeah, they've been great games.
The first two games of the
By the way,
series.
one of the Sixers came out today and said, we're going to win the series. Who was it? I saw a quote somewhere.
I hadn't.
He said, we will win the series. So if you want to watch basketball, and by the way, that reminds me of kind of old school. This is the best series to me. And as a Laker fan, this Knicks, I mean, you're talking the two cities, Philly and New York, close proximity. They've hated each other for 50 years plus. So this is great. The team. So I've been watching these games. And it pains me to say this, there are no better crowd reactions to made shots than at the Garden.
Well, we have a courtside video of the reaction.
Was it DiVincenzo, right?
Yeah.
Vinny DiVincenzo with the win. He had 2 shots at it.
So, yeah, that'll be 8. Yeah, 8.
Yeah, LeBron had 1 shot. Okay, here we go. I didn't see that.
So this first one will be Brunson's 2-pointer. And then the inbounds pass that they somehow no foul gets called.
I don't know how that wasn't. Yeah, right there. He knocked him down.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
and then
bad.
Dante gets puts up his first 3.
He missed this one.
Board.
And then kick it back out. That's back out to him.
He kind of missed the basket, but.
Yeah, but that's the crowd. The crowd in Madison Square Garden, man. I've never been to Madison Square Garden for a sporting event. I was there for a Billy Joel and John concert, which was awesome. But the sporting events at the MSG is just amazing.
Yeah, I haven't been either. But
and again, I always hated the Sixers as a kid because everyone liked the Sixers from where I grew up, and I was a Laker fan. But I mean, my hatred is softened for Philly, so I kind of like the Phillies because the Pirates haven't been in the postseason. I could root for the Sixers. I could root for them, but also you like the Knicks too, just because they haven't won in so long. In New York, they do love it. They're obnoxious fans, but both cities are probably 2 of the worst fans.
Yeah.
Basically, Philly, New York, Boston, worst fans.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Cubs fans when Joe
Madden
was
you could put
manager.
Pittsburgh there.
No, Pittsburgh fans are classy.
I was kidding.
Speaking of basketball, I don't mean to drop names, but everybody watch your toes. Detroit Pistons bad boy ring winner Ricky Mahorn, as he lets me call him, is going to be on the show next week to talk NBA. He also does color commentary for the Pistons. But we are going to talk football as well because he's a big Patriots fan, and he's already making fun of me for Russell Wilson. So I just talked to him on the phone. Rick Mahorn from the bad boy Detroit Pistons will be here next, I think, Wednesday to confirm. We're going to confirm with him on Monday. But I think Wednesday we're going to do a video call with Rick Mahorn to talk NBA playoffs. And you want to talk about stories? He'll talk Jordan. You can ask him Jordan stuff. He is the best interview. I am so excited for Rick Mahorn to be on. Do we have a delay in? Do we have a delay for swearing? Okay, well, I'm going to tell you, get the dry erase board out now because Rick Mahorn might slip and swear, but he is highly entertaining and he will be on the show. He said he was doing a stand-up show tomorrow night. Frank Caliendo. He's opening for Frank Caliendo.
That's
Rick Mahorn.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, because he's not, listen, I did a podcast with him before I did this one. I was doing a sports gambling one from LA during COVID, and he was a regular guest on it, and he's awesome. So Rick Mahorn will be on the show. I'm very excited about that. All right, any more basketball stuff while we're talking about basketball?
No,
okay.
But talking about upcoming guests, we have Daniel Bellinger, tight end for the New York Giants, on Friday.
We try to get guests that correlate with what's going on. So this Friday,
he'll be able to talk about his draft experience. And then
he's on Friday?
He's this Friday.
This Friday,
the 26th.
Yep. Alex will be here.
And then the 29th, we will have Andy Martello in studio.
Yep.
MC from the ballpark. But we also have Eddie Olczyk.
Eddie O.
Via video.
That's great.
Cup winner. Yeah. Friends with my dad. So good connection there.
Yeah.
He's going to be on
Penguin
the show.
ties. Yeah. And as we know, a massive, massive horse racing guy.
Yep. So we'll be able to talk a little derby with him. NHL playoffs.
It's perfect timing.
Yep.
See, folks, do you think we don't think about this stuff ahead of time? Damn it. We're trying to coordinate our interviews. And tomorrow on the show, you'll see the thumbnail coming up on our YouTube page soon. Actor Robert Wool, who, for those of you around my age, no one here remembers Arliss on HBO, which was a great show. You would actually really like it, Ryan. He was a sports agent. So every episode, they had real sports stars at the time. And our very own Denny Nagel was even on an episode, mentioned it. He had just got traded from the Reds to the Yankees where it worked out. They were shooting something, and Denny did a spot. I don't know if Denny has a clip. I'll look for it deeper. But so Robert Wool, who is also the assistant manager in Bull Durham. He's the one, Candlesticks is always a nice present. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he didn't chew tobacco. It was Tootsie Rolls. He would just bunch up Tootsie Rolls because he didn't want to chew tobacco. I remember reading that as a kid, so I'll ask him about it. And he also was in the movie Cobb, where Tommy Lee Jones played Ty Cobb. He'll be here tomorrow. So Robert Wool, I'm very excited. Also, for those of age, maybe Keith Lyle knows this movie, Hollywood Nights, Tony Danza, Michelle Pfeiffer. It was on HBO. It's from 1980. It was a raunchy comedy, pre-Porky's and Fast Times, called Hollywood Nights. Nights were K. They were like a gang. And it's one of the funniest, like, R-rated movies I could watch as a kid. And he was Newbound Turk, and very excited about that. So anyway, we were going to talk to Chuck about NFL props. So we might as well start talking about them now.
NFL draft props.
Very excited. There's NFL draft props. You can get them around town. Maybe some, I don't know, do any of the online ones do draft props?
I'm not sure. Jeff was saying this morning that Stations kind of has the
exclusive,
not exclusive, but fairest price.
Okay.
To what you're going to get. All the other books are kind of.
Oh, okay. So you can bet on the NFL draft. This is super exciting because I have been an NFL draft watcher since Mel Kiper had all jet black hair, because now he's got a little gray in there. So I'm going to watch the draft. Oh, Batman. Yes, Jerry Trevino. Jerry, I mentioned that in the studio. Robert Wool was in Batman with Jack Nicholson and Michael Keaton. And I have a story about him and Larry King. And I met Robert Wool at a restaurant once in L.A., and I talked to him about my favorite stand-up bit of his. It's called Carmine's. It's a restaurant. This restaurant, Carmine's.
Falcone?
It's on Santa Monica. It's in, like, near Century City. I know Caden used to live there. There's a bullet hole in the roof that Frank Sinatra shot in. He shot it, and they've left it there all these years. But you got to know where to look. But
he did a desk pop?
What's that?
He did a desk pop?
Is that what it's called?
Have you the other guys? Will Ferrell, Mark Wahlberg.
Oh my God!
Desk pop.
Desk pop. Of course. Yeah. Do you understand? If B-Town Dummy is watching, he constantly quotes other guys, and that's Michael Keaton's in that, right? He loves TLC. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Yeah. I didn't listen to it. He's made me watch it. I love that. It's a great movie.
Yep.
Great movie. Anyway, Robert Wool tomorrow. Yes, he was in Batman. He was a reporter. Good job, Jerry. Jerry's downstairs. Good job. All right, so we want to talk about props. I've never bet on an NFL draft. This is very exciting. Looking forward to it. So here we go. You picked out three that you really like.
Yeah, so 3 that I like. So this first 2 of them are going to involve the first round. This first one is number of trades involving a 2024 first round pick. So that may be trading up, trading back, whatever. Wow. So an exact number of trades in the first round.
I love 45 to 1. That's not. There's going to be. That's not happening.
Yeah, the longest shot.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah,
there's already. Yeah, it's going to happen.
Yeah, especially because everyone thinks that the Vikings, the Raiders, Broncos, the Giants may trade up. Broncos may trade up to get their quarterback that they want. And
I feel like, God, how many do you think? They have it 3 to 1.
Yeah,
for 4 to 5. That seems about right.
Well, so the favorite looks like it's exactly 6.
Yeah,
that'll be 250. Yeah, and then 4 and 5 are 3 to 1, and then 7 is 350. I don't know. I think I'd probably go with either the 4 or the 5.
I like 4. I like 4.5. I like 5. I like 3 to 1. That'd be a fun bet to make. So not like when you see people at the live draft, which is in Detroit this year.
Yes.
And they're going to be fired up because their team's actually good. And I can't wait for the reaction to the Lions picks. But that's going to be exciting. And when you see people celebrating for trades, there's, when like Tagliabue, Goodell, Paul Tagliabue was the commissioner 20 years ago. When Goodell comes up with the card, the small card, boo, and he's just like, whatever. I'm here to announce a trade, and the crowd's going to go nuts. It won't even be their team. They won't care because people in that crowd will have the trades. Now, I love the 11 or more trades.
Yeah, that one.
That's not going to happen.
It's very unlikely.
I don't even think kids in Madden are trading that many times.
No,
in a season.
But you could also look at the back end of the first round when teams try to trade back up to get the guys that they want, sacrificing their day 2 trade picks. So that one I thought was fun. But then sticking with first round quarterbacks, trading up for them, they have an over-under on how many quarterbacks will be drafted in the first round. They have it set at 4.5.
Okay, here we go.
It opened as the dog over, and now it's a very heavy favorite over 4.5, especially with Michael Penix now being rumored to be a first-round quarterback.
Yeah.
So Caleb Williams, J.J. McCarthy.
I keep hearing 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Yeah. But there's always one that slips.
Drake May, Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, there's always one that slips.
So, it should be 4. Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels.
Sorry.
Time 4.
Oh, it's 12:36, ladies and gentlemen. I know you have your clock set at home as well. It's time for picks at 12:36.
We have a graphic.
Oh, we do. We have a graphic. Ann was off yesterday. We have a graphic now. That's why I was doing this. But she didn't know.
You want to know where it is in the computer?
Does anyone really know what time it is?
I think made a hotkey, but I don't know what it was.
Okay. Well,
I can just sing live.
Go for it.
We found it? Okay. Anyway, picks at 12:36, which have quickly turned into almost picks at 12:37. Picks at 12:36. So yesterday, Ryan and I each gave out a winner. That was our first day with the graphic. So the graphic has made us undefeated. So if we lose today and no graphic, then no. We're going to give you a winner. Do you have anything that you like in particular? I do.
Not that I'd have full confidence in giving.
All right. I like the Giants at home tonight. Logan Webb is a monster. The Giants beat the Mets. What's that?
That is one I was looking at.
Yeah, Luis Severino's having a nice year, by the way. When he was playing with the Yankees, he was always a good pitcher. But the Mets on the road, they traveled all the way. Look, the Giants at home with Logan Webb is the reason I got. Logan Webb is just a superior pitcher. I love watching that guy pitch. So I take the Giants. And I was actually, frankly, kind of shocked that the line was only 130. I know the Giants have a worse record. They're 11-13. The Mets are 12-10, which, by the way, the Mets, no one saw that coming after that horrible start. But
they've been
they're playing
really
good baseball. But I'm going to take Logan Webb just on not so much betting against Luis Severino, but I like Logan Webb at home. He loves that mound, and at home, he's always a killer. So I like the Giants tonight. If you have a pick that you want to talk about, 12:36, and let's talk about the draft pick. We'll give a draft pick for Thursday. On Mr. Irrelevant.
Sure. Well, so I was just going to mention one that I do kind of have a little more confidence in.
Okay, go ahead.
So the under 7.5 in the Yankees Athletics game.
I saw that. They got Blackburn, and who's pitching for the Yankees?
Paul Blackburn, who we've seen pitch at the ballpark.
Oh, you have? Yeah. Oh, he's great.
And then Marcus Stroman pitching for the Yankees, Cubby last year.
Yep.
Both sub 2.5 ERAs this year. It was a 2-0 game yesterday with the first runs being scored in the 9th inning.
The 2-run homer by another aviator.
Zach Geloff. Yeah, 2-run homer in the 9th. So I think the bats will stay cold today. So under 7.5.
And also a game to look at on the road. Also, you have the Padres in Colorado. Maybe this should be my under. Remember I said I was going to bet an under? I do like the Padres winning that game, but I have to take an under. We'll look again at the under. Maybe I'll just take your Yankee. You know what? Let's do that. There's my under for the day. I'm going to go to the window after the show. I'm going to take the Yankees and A's under.
Ooh, it's 8 here, so possibility for a push.
There you go. So I'm going to do it. So there's your picks. Picks at 12:36. We'll have the graphic back tomorrow for everybody because I know it's been in your head. It's sticking in your head. Everyone loves it. It's a big hit. What were we at? We were doing nightlights. Were we done with nightlights?
No, well, we were still last.
I'm sorry.
Last draft prop. Yep.
Yeah, I love these. This one, and again, Ryan picked these, and you can do these around town. Mr. Irrelevant. Now, we know Brock Purdy, quarterback.
Yeah, has made it popular to be Mr. Irrelevant.
Which, by the way, if you're a real sports fan, you knew about Mr. Irrelevant. You know, it's been a whole thing going on. That guy who came up with it, who's since passed away, his daughter does it. So Brock Purdy, hard to believe anyone will ever surpass that. So who will be the last pick of the 7th round?
Yeah.
And this prop is by position, right?
By draft position. Yep. So the favorite is quarterback.
Don't you think who has the pick? Do we know? Is it? It's not the Chiefs, is it?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'll look it up. I forget, but I looked at it this morning. So quarterback, I mean, I think now teams are like, well, maybe we should take a quarterback. Maybe we catch lightning in a bottle like Brock Purdy. I was like, I wanted to see what the line was on a kicker, and it's 14-1. Or a long snapper or punter.
Yeah.
I might throw some money on that one. Pray for a kicker.
Yeah, that one.
Well, you have to look at the team, though, and then their needs, correct?
Right. Yeah.
All right, we'll figure.
Yeah, it's going to take me a while to figure it out.
That's all right. We'll hit the draft tracker. But that's a fun bet.
Jumped around. 7.
I mean, and there's people actually crunching numbers hard on this instead of just looking at the odds. Why is safety jumping out to me at 19-2?
Yeah.
It's always kind of like, well, we'll take a risk on someone. Maybe he's been injured. I don't know. But I just love the 14-1. I'll throw $5 on that and hope for a kicker or a punter.
I mean, you also have to think about the contract situation. So like if you let a guy get to be an undrafted free agent, you get him for 1 year, maybe 2. But if you pick him in the draft, then you're guaranteed, I'm pretty sure guaranteed 2, possibly 3.
Yeah.
So if you want to at least take the project and get him for time, that's probably why quarterback is the favorite.
Yeah, everyone's just hoping for the Brock Purdy. Do they still do the parade and everything? They go to Disneyland and they get a parade, I think.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Oh, yeah, that was always the thing. Part of Mr. Irrelevant was they then flew him to Orlando, and they're in the Mr. Irrelevant parade, which I'm guaranteeing you right now, ladies and gentlemen, if they still do it, we wouldn't have that till Monday's show because Friday would be when they do the parade. Oh, yeah.
Well, Saturday will be the final round.
No, I know, but right. Sorry, I was thinking Thursday. Yeah, so Monday, it'll be Monday because I think they fly him in for Sunday, Mr. Relevant Parade. It's always a fun thing to see.
Cool.
All right, should we sound the horns, Ryan? Do you want to call for it?
Sound the horns.
Sound the horn in. That sound means it's post time here at the South Point Casino. Racebook right over there with all your horses. Sportsbook right here. We keep them separate. Only casino in town that does it. Post with punchlines where Ryan and I have combed the internet so you guys don't have to. Oh, wait. Tommy Green has a monster bet. And these are from Kevin. This is the biggest bet I've ever seen. Red Sox -1.5. Reds Phils under 8.5. Giants -1.5, which I like. Miami Atlanta over. Moneyline parlay Dodgers against the Twins. And Baltimore -2.8. Pays plus 222. That's all it pays?
No. So
wait,
he was giving Belenkov's picks single.
Oh yeah, these are.
And then he money line parlay Dodgers, Twins, or O's pays 222.
Okay, there you go. Thank you for clarifying that. Jokic brothers are big. Do not mess with the Joker's family. I agree.
I agree.
Yeah, always been on a drunk white guy eating a punch from a guy who was 6 times their size. They were in the family section. The fan was talking smack to Joker's wife. Okay. There you go. Okay. Still going to get them barred forever. And that guy, Denver Nugget tickets.
Yeah.
Oh, they're boxer and MMA guys? Oh, my God. What are you doing? Here in Joey B, here in Denver at bars, great guys. Just don't mess with them or the family. Well, there you go. Yeah. Beer muscle's a thing. All right, time to look at the post, Ryan. And I know the first one up is about NFL because we're all wired on NFL. It's coming up in 2 days. We got some new unis we were talking about. Houston's got new uniforms. We showed Detroit's new uniforms. Well, Denver and Texans rolled them out.
Well, so the first go with video.
Okay.
Well, I guess that you already. It's all right.
Scratching my nose on camera.
So this is a comparison of the Texans' old uniforms to their new ones that they released today, and the Broncos' old uniforms to their new ones released yesterday.
Okay.
I
like the Texans' numbering going from white to blue.
Yeah.
They've also the red numbers.
Yeah.
And Denver, the helmet is the key, right? They're going back to the old D with the horse in it.
So that's only for their alternate.
Oh, only for the alternate.
Yeah, which I think is much better than these new ones. These ones remind me of Bengals jerseys.
Yeah. I know the top one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even the bottom one, it's supposed to be navy, but it looks more black.
It does look black.
And then, the Texans seem to have moved from a darker gray versus navy. So, I mean,
when you have orange, you have to embrace the orange.
Yeah.
You know, Tampa Bay, they got to do it too. I mean, orange is such a cool color on a football uniform. So, I mean, I grew up with the Orange Crush, and they were almost like reddish orange. They were, but those are cool. I mean, I like them.
So, but I did grab the Texans kind of release videos for these.
Oh, okay,
jerseys.
yeah, we love the release videos.
So yeah, we showed the Lions ones last week.
Yeah.
So here's the.
Let's see if the crowd was as hype as Detroit was. No, there's no crowd. There's no live crowd like Detroit. The H is pretty cool.
Yeah, their alternate.
Yeah.
That blue.
That blue H is awesome.
Yeah. I love the red. That horn on the side of their helmet, I think is so badass.
Yeah, those are nice.
Yeah, and they're going back to using that baby blue.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it looks good. Oh, well, that's the throw. That's the Texans or the Oilers, right?
Yeah.
That is a cool logo. I don't know why he's telling people to be quiet, or was that like, shh, it's a secret? It's the longest hype video I've ever seen in my life.
Well, they were all separate, and so I put them.
Oh, and you cut them together. Very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good. I mean, you know, are they going to take a step backwards? They snuck up on everybody last year with C.J. Stroud. Won that. It's tough to do 2 years in a row when now people are looking out for him.
Especially when you go from last place schedule to now a first place schedule.
Exactly.
You go from being the hunter to being the hunted. So, but they did get Stephon Diggs, so that offense is going to look.
I know.
And Joe Mixon. So that offense has some weapons.
Breaking news: NBA and Denver police looking into an altercation. Joker's brothers. So I don't know what they got to look into. There's video. It's like, yeah, you can look at it, but it's not like it didn't happen. It did happen. So we'll see what happens there.
So,
okay, next post.
Well, Joey B said the Broncos uniform, 79% of Broncos fans hate the new uni. They wanted the team to go back to the old 80s uniforms, which will be their alternate.
The navy. Is that what you said?
The orange.
Oh, the orange. Oh, good. Okay.
The 80s.
Oh, the 80s. I couldn't hear what you said.
Yeah. They will be the alternate, but it should be their full time.
Yeah,
it would be a lot better.
Denver, you got orange, man. I love the orange. I love the orange and the navy. Yeah, like Terrell Davis era was cool too. So all right, well, 70 is. I wonder if that's accurate or he's just making that number up.
I'm sure he saw
somewhere
a stat somewhere. Yeah.
Well, it's too late, fans. You're stuck with him this season.
Yeah.
All right, what's next on the post?
So you mentioned that we'd be talking about the White Sox later in the episode.
Yes,
we have arrived to that
Sox.
time.
It's that time.
The White Sox have done something that has never been done in Major League Baseball history. They are the only team ever to get shut out 7+ times prior to game number 20, one of 2,692 teams, which they got shut out for the 8th time last night in 22 games.
Oh my God.
And then the second stat from Kuda, the Orioles played a triple header back in 1896, winning all 3 games. The same amount of games that the White Sox have won all year so far.
They did it in one day. Okay, let's look at this box score from 1886. The fact that they kept records back then that we can still look at. I guess that's Baseball Reference. I recognize the layout of the page.
Yeah.
This guy, Jay Kuda, I'm going to message this guy. I know we got to message him, or did we?
I've sent one to Brooks Gate, but
Brooks Gate.
That'll be our next graphic. Yeah.
I'll do a Jay Kuda. I want to know what this guy does to go, how can I make the White Sox look bad? Well, let me see. How many teams won 3 games ago, 145 years ago?
He's a White Sox fan.
Oh, wow. There you go.
So a lot of his content is.
Well, we have to thank him. We need to get him on the show. I'll send him a message.
Blasting the Sox.
I mean, the guy, every day we look at it and there's always something funny. Yeah. I mean, that's dedication and that's work for it. How many followers does he have?
I'm not sure.
It's not as many as you'd think with the. Maybe it's just because you and I are obsessed with the stuff he comes up with. But.
He's got 141,000.
That's a good. Okay, he's got a lot. So
his last post was list of teams that have already beaten the best 2 teams in baseball this season: the Braves and Guardians. You know who it is?
The Mets.
The White Sox.
Oh, come on! This guy. I mean, I picture him in a basement in Chicago with boards that detectives have with red string or like you see on Dateline to find the killer. I feel like that's what this guy does with Major League Baseball. Speaking of Brooks Gate, are we doing the Loco logos?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So
this guy
baseball.
last time we showed one of his, it was the weight, right, of teams.
Yep.
Like what a pirate weighs,
Yep.
what an angel was weightlessness. So what has he done here now? How many?
Yeah. How many of each thing that the team is named after?
Okay, and you have a couple of your favorites you want to point out.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll go with the Rays. A ray of sunshine. There's infinite amount of those. The White Sox. Pairs of White Sox.
Right. How many?
15 billion.
Now, how did he figure that out? As he guessed it? See, there's no way you can Google. Wait, hold on. Hey, Google, how many pairs of White Sox are there in the world? Damn it. Hey, Siri, how many pairs of White Sox are there
You said,
in the
hey,
world?
Google to an iPhone.
Oh, you have to have Google open. You know what? Why have I become my grandfather? This is not fair.
But so pairs of White Sox, 15 billion. Pairs of Red Sox, 100 million. And
Right.
pairs of red stockings for the Reds,
That one's a good one.
5,000.
You're really into footwear. Okay.
Well,
keep
no,
going.
just the same theme of all of those. And then I liked the Giants. Qualified as people over 7 feet tall. 2,800 of them.
Don't get me. By the way, if you do about that giant society, if you've ever been on TikTok, fall down a wormhole. There were like these giants that supposedly lived. You know what I'm talking about? These like people who are like 8 feet tall. They found like bones and stuff. This is when I'm supposed to be working. Sometimes 20 minutes go by and I'm like, there's giants. There were giants that walked the earth. Yeah, this didn't, but Google let me down. I found a few favorites too. There's 1,500 pirates. I don't know how they know.
Yeah.
This count like that are raiding ships. How many Orioles, Ann, do you think there are in the world? How many Oriole birds? The actual bird and Oriole. Very pretty little bird.
Don't cheat.
I guess.
You're supposed to guess.
I know.
Right in the middle of
6
the
million.
You son of. Yeah, 6 million. How many beer brewers are there for the Milwaukee Brewers? 1.1 million. A lot of brewers.
Yep.
Astros. This is a good one. So basically, astronauts, 48.
Yeah.
Seems like there'd be more. What if like a giant meteor is heading towards the world and we need like we only got 48 of them?
What, Armageddon?
Yes. So we got to send Billy Bob Thornton and Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck up there.
I hate
You
that
knew where I
movie.
was going.
Yeah.
By the way, that's one of those stupid movies on a Saturday afternoon that's on TBS, and I have to watch. If it's on, I
Really? I hate that movie. That's one movie. If I see it on, I will change the channel.
I leave it on. I like when they make their demands. They want to know who killed Jay.
Yeah.
And they don't ever want to pay taxes again.
Yep.
Ever. There you go. Jinx. Buy me a Coke. No, Pepsi. And what's the last one that I wrote? 225 million what?
Padres, Spanish-speaking fathers.
Spanish-speaking fathers, which is a Padre. It's 225 million of those. So again, Brooks Gate.
Wait a second. No, yeah, the A's, the Angels.
What were the Angels?
I don't even have a guess.
You know, is that what he said?
Yeah.
I don't even- he doesn't want to get.
Yeah,
He doesn't want to get
I like
political,
that
or
one,
religious
too.
on his side. He's here for baseball logo fun. He doesn't want to get into the existence of angels, but love the guy to death. All right,
Yeah.
what's next?
So, talking about old things, the Mariners.
I asked you. That's my phone, Google, because I thought it was open. All right. Oh God. All right. You know what? We'll have Ann play this game. And I believe that they asked the Mariners, their social media team asked the Mariners, what is Jenny's phone number? Ann, you know Jenny's phone number.
I do. It's 867-5309.
I saw Tommy Two-Tone perform that here with Rick Springfield at the Palms Hotel a couple summers ago. Saw it live. They asked, I believe, I said the count, was it 10?
I think they 13.
Was it 13?
I think, yeah, your count was 13.
Okay, so over under on how many of the young players on the Mariners, this is your bet, Ann, over under, knew the phone number of Jenny out of 13.
I'm going to say 2.
2. All right, she's going 2. We'll see if it goes over or under. So Raw, it's very amusing. So here we go.
Born?
1991.
What's Jenny's number?
8675309.
There's one.
Oh, what? Jenny's number. Who's Jenny? I don't know the number.
I have no idea what that means.
What's whose number?
Who?
I don't know no Jenny.
8675309.
2.
I don't know any Jennies. 281-330-80.
Just random number. Social security number.
Shout out Mike Jones.
That's Mike Jones's number. He gets a player's number out.
Oh, no.
Jenny.
86 is the correct start.
8657309.
Oh, so close.
Jenny? Who's Jenny?
By the way, they have to fix the graphic on those 7s.
309. Is
That's
that it?
4, I think.
I didn't know what you were talking about, but I just
I think it was 4.
Jenny's
3.
number? Like a cell phone number?
Fighting over it.
I don't remember.
Like phone number? This is gonna be like a millennial thing, or Gen Z? Like, God, they're so uncultured, or what?
8675309.
My man.
I'm not a Gen Z.
I'm not Gen Z.
4 out of 13.
4 out of 13. That's all higher than I thought too, right? That's not bad.
Batting over 300.
Batting over. Hey, you take that, you make the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I want to point this out. I've said this on the show randomly, but now it fits. If you're in a strange town, maybe you're traveling, you go to a grocery store, you don't have their club card, enter that number, area code, whatever you're in, 8675309. You will get the discount. It works everywhere. Little life hack from Frank. They're Frank hacks. What's next? A few left.
Well, so we had one last thing, but Joey B mentioned that Georgiev is in net for the Avs tonight.
Wait, I'm sorry, you mentioned what again?
The Avalanche Winnipeg game.
Oh, okay.
Colorado Winnipeg. So he was asking if we like Jets on the money line. Probably.
Okay.
Probably.
Ryan is the fashion police. 79% of Bronco fans.
I don't know why that is.
Mini Dark, get Jay Kuda on. We're going to try. Hit him up. Hey, listen, you guys can help us out.
Yeah.
Say you got to be on Punchline. So if you guys want to go to, it's Jay Kuda, CUDA. Go to his account, DM him, say, hey, you got to be on Punchlines. They talk about you every day. And then he'll be like, yeah, I want to talk to them. I want paid. No, it's for publicity. You have 180,000 followers. We'll help add to that. Joey B, we need a Frank's top 10 movies when on TV you can't turn off. I will work on that list. I'm just going to let you know that the original Rocky and the original Karate Kid are both on there, and the first 2 Godfathers. I'll just tease 4 right there. We will be talking baseball movies with Chris and Jeff on Thursday. We have an ultimate lineup of characters from baseball movies. They made a lineup. We're going to be talking about that on Thursday. That'll be fun. And movie I cannot change the channel. Mr. Holland's Opus. Richard Dreyfuss movie? Really, Daniel Pacheco? Is that serious or sarcastic? I saw that movie in the theater, Mr. Holland's Opus. He was like a conductor or something. It's an uplifting movie. You can't have a sad movie. You don't want to. People are like, oh, I can't stop watching Titanic. Really? It's the saddest movie ever. All right. Do we have one more, or was that it?
Yeah. So Tiger Woods opened up a mini putt course here in Las Vegas. I think it's the third location that he has.
Were they? Oh, there were other 2 in other cities?
Yeah. I think there's one in Texas, and I forget where the other one is.
Okay, so there's one in Vegas now at Town
Square,
which is close.
Yes.
To us at South Point.
A couple miles away.
All right, take a look at this. There's 2 18-hole courses that look that doesn't look like your neighborhood putt-putt. Pop stroke. Make your own jokes there. You got foosball. You got cornhole. You got burgers and fries. Oh, my's. Look at that. Food looks good. Looks like a good time. The holes are lit. Oh, that's enough. You never see that at the mini golf. You got showgirls. Pop stroke. Eat, putt, drink. And what did my mind think as soon as I saw that? We're going to get in touch with the PR people. We're going to go out as a group. We'll film a little something, bring it back, show it on the show. I mean, we'll get some free stuff out of this.
Put some lines up on who wins putt-putt.
There you go. Oh, I like that. Well, we have Mario Kart lines we got to do, and we got to do putt-putt lines. All right, we're going to figure that out. I'm going to hit the PR people up. Tomorrow on the show, it's a Wednesday. Yay, Wednesday. What day is Wednesday? Hump Day. Hump Day. We got Hump Day Homers coming up tomorrow with Alex and myself and that man right there, Ryan McCormick, plus Robert Wool. If you're a baseball movie fan, you guys, he was in Bull Durham. He was in Cobb and Arliss on HBO. I know a lot of you guys remember that show. As Jerry has just pointed out, thank you for watching Punchlines with Frank Nicotero. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's episode. Even if you didn't like it, still subscribe. It was a pretty solid show. Our apologies to Chuck Esposito. We're reschedule Chuck for the future. He's been on the show probably 6 times. We'd love to have him back.
Yep.
Ryan, great job on everything. Drew Dog, thank you for sharing your Shakespeare photos with us, and thank you as well. Caden, pretty silent today. Any words today, Caden, to end the show? Got nothing? All right.
Doesn't even say no. He just shakes his head.
Yeah, he just shakes his head. He's that cool. Well, it's tough being 20, you know everything. Your 21 win, couple weeks?
Yep.
Hey, talk about
got
that.
A word there.
He'll talk about that, baby. Tomorrow, that's going to be a great show. The rest of the week, we're packed. And then next week, Rick Mahorn, Eddie Olczyk, Daniel Bellinger this Friday. A lot of great guests. Please, you guys, hit up Brooksgate and Jay Kuda. So you guys got to be on Punchlines, and I'll follow up today, and Ryan will follow up on Brooksgate. We want those guys on the show. We appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to watch Sports by the Book tomorrow. Got Gone Racing coming up this week, and Ralph in the morning on Race Day Las Vegas. I'm Frank Nicotero. The show's Punchlines. Line stands for Live in Nevada, every show.